Hey guys, today I will be creating this mauve kind of rose champagne shimmery eyeshadow look. I believe that it is perfect for the daytime, or even if you're going out and you don't want something to kind of clash with your outfit, but you want to amp it up a little bit and not just do like a wing liner or anything like that. I think it looks good on all skin tones, whether you're fair or if you're a little bit more on the darker skin tone side. We all have these kind of purpley undertones to our skin, so I think that looks really good with this crease color. So if you would like to see how I created this look, then please keep watching. So just so you guys know, I was in the middle of filming and I'm thinking everything's going great, and of course the camera doesn't have enough storage, so it stopped recording pretty much as soon as I started the whole eyeshadow portion of the video. Of course, it's just my luck. So I just took off one eye, basically one eye, took it off, and then I just left the other side so you guys can see pretty much what the final result is going to be. And I also had my whole foundation routine, but obviously it only recorded that part. So I'm just going to omit that whole part. So if you guys don't mind, just for this video, I'm just going to tell you what I did, and then if you guys are interested in seeing another video of my actual foundation routine, I had this clip back, so if you guys want to see my actual foundation routine, or obviously I'm going to include it hopefully into my next video, because hopefully I won't stop recording, just let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to include that. But basically what I did, I washed my face, put on any type of face moisturizer that you may have. I have this aloe vera one, put that all over my face and put my primer on, and then let that set while I filled in my eyebrows. And then I went in with my Makeup Forever HG foundation in 128 or Y415, and then after that I went in with also my Makeup Forever HG concealer in Y33, and I just picked up this one and it is amazing. I love it so much. It's so good, so good. So yes, that's I believe all that I did as far as my face so far. Oh, and I also set my under eyes just with these two powders in this palette. Setting powders, these two. Just mix them together with this big fluffy brush and just like this, and then just set right underneath my eyes, on the ridge of my nose. Oh, and that concealer, I put it on all the highlight areas of my face, so I put it right here, just a little bit right here. I didn't necessarily do the big V because I feel like when I blended it all in with my beauty blender, it basically brings it down a little bit lower anyway. So I just put this powder right here, everywhere where I highlighted. So I highlighted all right here, down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my chin, a little bit on my cupid's bow, and right here in the middle of my forehead. And then this same place I put all that powder. And then there's something else. Oh yeah, so then I just used like a regular foundation brush, painted the foundation on, and then blended it with the actual beauty blender. So that's what I've done so far as my face, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my eyeshadow portion. So yes, I'll stop talking now and I will just let you guys witness what I'm gonna do. Today I'm going to be using, and I just got my hands on it. It's absolutely amazing. The new Carly Bridewell palette. I love it. It's so pigmented and it's so affordable. It's like 13 bucks. It comes, I think, 10 eyeshadow shades and 4 highlighter shades. Are also pigmented. I love them. So this is the palette I'm going to be using today. Please stay tuned and keep watching. Whoops. Dropping everything. So no one have to do this all over again. But it's okay. Try to do this fast so that way I don't lose storage and then it stops recording again. So first I'm going in with this nude beige eyeshadow shade. I'm just spreading this all over my lid because I like to have a nice space before I apply any other colors, because I feel that powders mix better with powders. And I'm just using my MAC 275 SE brush. It's kind of like a angled fluffy blending brush. I like it because it works well, especially getting those creases. Next, I'm picking up those two purpley mauve shades, and I'm just applying that right in my crease. Just trying to make sure to define it, and I'm just going to keep blending until, obviously, I like the results. So just keep blending until you're getting your desired effect, and I'm just cleaning it up with my finger. Not necessarily to get a straight, sharp edge. Excuse my singing. Gotta have the music. Next, I'm taking this shimmery rose champagne shimmer color, and I wet my brush with this NYX matte finish long-lasting setting spray, and basically you can use any spray. You can even use water, anything to wet the brush, so that way you can get a more pigment to it. You'll notice a big difference in it if you wet your brush. So you can use any type of setting spray, MAC Fix Plus, whatever you have. Next, I'm taking those two mauve shades and I'm just putting that right on my lower lash line. I have some under eye bags, so you know that'll cover it up real nice. Next, I'm taking my Kat Von D ink liner and I'm just doing a simple cat eye. Sorry about this part of the video. My camera had fallen and I was adjusting it and I didn't realize how much headspace there was, so it'll change in a second. Sorry about that. There's a lot of technical difficulties in this video. I was actually supposed to use my other camcorder, but I could not find my tripod, so I'm sticking with the good old iPhone just for this video, and hopefully by the next one I'll have my tripod and everything so I can get better angles. So thank you guys for bearing with me. Next, I'm going to use Kat Von D Tattoo Concealer, and this is in the color Deep 34. Of course, this is not as dark as a lot of people use to contour their face with a cream contour. They usually use a much darker color, but since I'm not doing anything too dramatic, and this is more so just so that I can get a little bit more definition when I use my powder contouring shades, just so I can have a nice base to build upon it. So I kind of like to use this because I feel like it has a more natural look to it rather than a darker cream contour shade. I'm just applying this right above my cheekbones, so that way when I do blend it out, obviously it's going to be right on my cheekbones, indents in my face, but I kind of put it a little bit higher because I noticed that when I put it right on where it exactly is supposed to be, when I blend it, it's lower, so it comes down a little bit too low on my face, just because that's my face structure, so I just put it a little bit above. So I'm just going to put it right there in the crease of my cheeks, a little bit above that. On my forehead, I'm just using a small stippling foundation brush to blend out the cream contour, because I find that when I use a beauty blender like I did with my highlight, same thing, it just moves it around a little bit too much. With this brush, you can put it exactly where you want it. So I'm just using circular motions and I'm pushing it up into my skin so that way I can really define a little bit under my jawline. Next, I'm going to be contouring my nose, so this is all just for personal preference. I necessarily am a big fan of my nose, so I feel like it looks a little large on my face, so I usually contour it just so that way it looks a little bit more slim, because I feel that also is the center of your face, so your brows and your nose are one of the things that really help shape your face. I just contour it so that way it looks a little bit more angular. So next I'm taking kind of this, it's like a light brown sand kind of color powder, and I just really like to use that to set that cream concealer before I put in that darker contour shade, and just to help bronzen my face back up. Sometimes when I use the highliners and things like that, it might take away from my natural color, so I just use that because I feel like it does bring back a little bit of the color to my face. It adds back a little bit more dimension. It may look like I'm using a lot of product, but I'm really barely tapping my brush into it, and I like to build upon it so that way it's not a huge streak and then you have to worry about blending that out. I just tap it lightly on the product and then just build upon it and just add a little bit more, because you can always add more rather than take it away. I'm sorry if my voice sounds super raspy. It's like 8 in the morning and I'm not really a morning person. I was up to like 3 in the morning in this video, so I was just really excited and I wanted to get it up, so please bear with me with my voice. As you can tell from the video, it's normally not this deep. And next I'm just grabbing this brown and gray shade. I just mix those two colors out of my Stila Eyes Are the Window collection in the Mind, M-I-N-D, Mind palette. Like I said, I'll link all these products below. But I'm just using that just to set that cream contour so that way it's not moving all over the place. And then next I'm just using those two white and banana powder that I used to set under my eyes, and I'm just putting that right over the nose contour just so that it lightens it a little bit and doesn't look so harsh. I'm mixing these two blush shades out of the same palette that I used to contour my face. Next I'm grabbing that shimmery Rose Champagne eyeshadow that I used for my lip color, as well as the similar shade That's the specific highlighter, and I'm just putting down my highlights on my face and bringing it up just a little bit so that way when I give a look that I'm about to give the camera, it'll show like that in the sunlight. So like I said, it may look like I'm applying a lot, but it's really, I'm barely tapping it in there. This is really not a priority, but it's a priority. Next, I'm just applying the same shades just right on the bridge of my nose. I'm placing that same shade beneath my eyebrows. And this is pretty much the final look. Too many bags. So next I'm going in with this NYX Extreme Shine Lip Cream in Skin Tone. And normally I was actually trying to look for the matte ones, but I don't know, I misread it, so I got this one. I don't really like really shiny things because I feel like it makes my lips look weird, and I don't know, I'm just not as big a lip gloss, and I used to wear them all the time. So I'm going to be dabbing this a little bit to take away some of the shine, but I'm just using it to mostly line my lips, obviously a little bit more into it, but I'm using it as a darker shade. And then I am applying the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in 672 Brazilian Tan. It's just this very light nude beige lipstick, and it's very creamy and moisturizing, which is why I like it, because sometimes, you know, when you're wearing all those matte lipsticks, which I wear all the time, it'll dry out your lips a little bit. I just took my hair out this morning out of this twist out, so it's like first day hair, so it's not very big or long. It's kind of short, so curly, but I like it, so whatever. This is my final makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial, and please let me know if you guys have any other suggestions of makeup looks that you may like, anything else that you guys would like me to improve on, because of course this is my first YouTube tutorial. So yes, thank you for tuning in. I am hoping to get another video up this week, hopefully of a Zendaya inspired makeup tutorial, because she has just been slaying the game, and I think I recreated one of her looks pretty well. So obviously it's not exactly the same, like I said, it's Zendaya inspired, so it's kind of my take on it, and I think it came out very well, and I got a lot of compliments on it. So if you guys would like to see that as well, of course I want to post what you guys would like to see. Let me know in the comments below. But thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great day. Love you.